Afternoon. My name's Arthur M. Sanchez. I'm a candidate for the Director of Student Advocacy position. In a school system that tells you what you can't do, the advocate is there to tell you what you can do. My knowledge is regarding legislation that intersects between Title V, student equity, AR codes, which is administrative regulations, and the actual AS Constitution. So these are rights, student rights regarding referendum, recall. My actual background regarding a student is a pre-law scholar and also a public policy major. I think that in our day and age, gone are the days of one thing being one thing. I believe that people can identify with multiple identities. That complexity is something that I consider heavily and highly. I am the only candidate to really consider in terms of the unique experience that I have, being that I'm the current commissioner to the current director of student advocacy. I serve on the committee for student affairs where I write, evaluate, and vote on administrative regulations. I wrote my own AR code regarding religious holidays to protect our Muslim and Jewish brothers and sisters. Aside from that, I do have initiatives that I want to implement if I were to be a director of student advocate. The Neighbor to Neighbor, or the N2N initiative, is essentially connecting clubs, professional clubs such as yourself, who are interested in an aspect that you identify with a cultural club. And the main crux of that is having one club meet the other club and for them to teach each other about one aspect of their club. I think that what makes America strong, especially in today's social environment, the fabric of America is stronger when we diversify our world. By diversify, I mean as the advocate, I do not mean to tokenize the identity. I believe that detail needs to be looked after, so that would be one thing. Also, the current AS administration took a while in terms of accountability to establish a judicial board, which, as a student advocate, I would try to get done as the AS Constitution explains it to be within 3 months. This past March, it was only established when it was supposed to have been established last fall, which would have been November. If you are voting for a candidate that's qualified, tenacious, open-minded, and is open to learning more about every aspect of the campus, then I'm your candidate. If you're in for a candidate that is partisan, closed-minded, and inexperienced, then I'm not your candidate. I advise you to please not vote for me. Aside from that, I'd love to field any questions or issues, and if not, I thank you for your time.
Now, what's your name again?
My name is Arthur M. Sanchez, sir.
You got my vote, man.
Oh, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. With that, I thank Roy for inviting me, the president. Oh, yes, sir.
Right. You know, I'm actually looking for someone such as yourself. I have a problem right now.
So this does fall under my purview, but I'm not the only director that would take this. This is regarding, essentially, California regulation, Title V. Within that regulation, you are guaranteed no discrimination based off of race, sex, and disability. So essentially, as the student advocate, I would revisit that particular regulation.
Section 5.
Section 5, yes, sir.
Okay.
And I would look over that, and I would highlight that. And I would make sure that I also talk to student assistant, director of student assistants. And I would bring them in to that. And this is where my aspect, this is part of the job as well. I would have to then coordinate with other directors. As the student advocate, it's not just about directors as well. It's director to student, director to counselor to teacher, and vice versa. It's really about building a better community. So hopefully that suffices for some questions. There's going to be voting terminals at the library, at the North Quad, and the cafeteria. And when it comes down to Director of Student Advocacy, I hope I can count on you to vote for Arthur M. Sanchez. With that, I love the Media Club. I appreciate your time, guys. Thank you.